gati gurumeva bhaje gurunaiva sahasmi namo gurave na guru paramam shishurasmi guruhu matirasti guru mama pahi guru Satchidanandarupaya Vishwotpatyati Hetave Tabatraya Vinashaya Sri Krishnaya Vayam Namaha Krishnaya Vasudevaya Haraye Paramatmane Pranadah Kleshanashaya Govindaya Namo Namaha Yam Pravrajjantamanupedamapedakrityam Dvaipayano Virahakadara Ajuhava Putreti Tanmayataya Taravobhinedustam Sarvabhuda Hrudayam Munimanatosmi Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudhirayetah Sarvebhyah Namaskaraha. We are seeing Srimad Bhagavada Mahapurana, and in my last video I completed Canto 4. And in Canto 4 we saw that the line of one of the son of Swayambhuva Manu, Uttanapada, his son, his Dhruva, and we saw in detail the Dhruva Charita, and in his line only came the very tyrant king Vena, and from his body was churned out the very famous king Prithu, and he ruled the earth very well, and it is King Prithu who brought the fertility of the earth outside. Till then, Bhumi Devi was keeping all her fertility inside. So he was, and under his rule, under his order, she brought everything outside. So that Prithu Charita also we saw, and in his line only came Prachina Bahas, who was so much involved in the rituals, and his 10 sons Prachetas, and Bhagavan Sri Rudra advising Rudra Gita to Prachetas, all that we saw in the last canto, that is in Canto 4. In this canto, that is in Canto 5, we are going to see the lineage of another son of Swayambhuva Manu. His lineage, that is Priyavrata, another son's name is Priyavrata, his charita and his lineage we are going to say in detail. And in his line only came the incarnation of, partial incarnation of Bhagavan Vishnu, that is the Rishabha Avatara, that we are going to see within the one or two few chapters itself, and the life of Bharata. And till then this land was known as Ajanaba Varsha. Only after him it is known as the Bharata Varsha. So he was such a great king, King Bharata, and his next Janma, Jata Bharata, all that we are going to see. And we are going to see in detail about this creation and mainly the earth, how it was formed, all that we are going to see. So with the blessing of Bhagavan Sri Vishnu and Bhagavan Sri Vyasa, we will begin Canto 5. First comes the story of Priyavrata. From the first chapter is the story of Priyavrata. Priyavrata was another son of Swayambhuva Manu, and his unique qualification is he was both an Atmajnani as well as a householder. A householder may not be involved in an Atmajnana, or an Atmajnani will not be interested in staying in a family and looking after family matters. So he was both an Atmajnani as well as a householder. Actually, Priyavrata was not interested in the worldly matters. He was a king but not interested in the worldly matters. Sage Narada advised him or taught him Brahma Vidya. And he wanted to leave the palace and go to forest and practice atmajnana there. But he was not interested in worldly life actually. But one day, when sage Narada was teaching atmajnana to Priyavrata and his father Swayambhuva Manu, at that place came Lord Brahma Deva came there, and he said that, Priyavrata, what is the need for you to renounce this worldly life, or not to take the responsibility of ruling this kingdom and go to forest? What's the need for it? Atmajnana is to be practiced by each and every person, whether they are in forest or in the house. It is their right and it is their duty to know about who they are. So Atmajnana, it is not only an exclusive thing. You have that guru, so he taught you. So now you have to practice Atmajnana. For that, there is no need to leave the palace and go to the forest. Definitely, if you go to the forest, there will be many facilities to practice Atmajnana because of its silence and everything. But for that, one should not renounce their responsibility and duty also. One's prime importance is to take care of their duty, their karma, because it is this world itself is the creation of Bhagavan Vishnu, and he has assigned a duty for all of us. For the rishis, it is they have evolved very well, and their duty is to practice atmajnana and go. They can go to forest. But for ordinary people, if everyone leave their duty and go to the forest, what will happen to this world? Then it means that we are not respecting the duty given to us by Bhagavan. So while you can sit in this palace, enjoy all the facilities, that still be unattached to it, detached from all the facilities or all the worldly matters. Just like great Janaka Maharaj. Brahmadeva said that you take care of your responsibilities, duties. The only thing is you have to control your mind and senses by your Atmajnana. If you control your mind and senses, whether it is a forest or a palace, doesn't matter. So you be here, take care of your duties, then practice Atmajnana, control your mind and senses, because only by knowledge it is easy to control the mind and senses, or you have to be a great bhakta. Then automatically the mind and the senses will come under control. So you practice Atmajnana as well as take care of your duty, because you cannot ignore your dharma also. Like this, Bhagavan Brahmadeva said to Priyavrata. And for an enlightened man, whether he resides in the forest or in the home, it is same for him. Maybe that forest is convenient for him, but that doesn't mean he will not fit in the palace also. So that mind control and the control of the senses one must have. Brahmadeva said to Priyavrata, and he disappeared from his vision. And King Priyavrata, he understood the importance of karma, and he took the responsibility of the kingdom. He became the king. And he married a beautiful woman, Barhishmati, and they had 10 sons and one daughter, and the daughter's name is Urjaswati. And he again married another woman, and by that marriage he had 3 sons. So totally he had 13 sons and one daughter. He was a very famous king. And one day he wanted to know, where is the sun going? Because in the morning he is coming, and in the evening he is going. So where he is going, he wanted to know about it. And he circumambulated Mount Meru. He went in circle Mount Meru to find where the sun is going. So like that, he circumambulated Mount Meru for 7 times, 7 concentric circles. He went around Mount Meru on his ratha, that is in chariot. The ruts made by the chariot, it formed deep marks on the surface of the earth, and it formed oceans and island, ocean and island, like this, because 7 times he went around it now. So 7 oceans and 7 islands were formed like that. And the first ocean is the ocean of salt, then came the ocean of sweetness, then the ocean of milk. Like this, 7 oceans were formed, and in between the oceans, the land was also formed. Yeva uva tadrat sharana nemi kruda parikataste sapta sindava asanyatha yeva kruta sapta bhuvo dvipaha. So, like that was the 7 Dweep islands and the 7 Sagara, that is ocean, were formed. So, this ocean had land belts between them. So, like that was formed the 7 oceans and the 7 Dweep, that is islands. And these dweeps, they had different names. The names of these dweeps were Jambu Dweepa, it is the dweepa in which we all live. Then Falaksha Dweepa, Salmali Dweepa, Kusha Dweepa, Krauncha Dweepa, Shaka Dweepa, Pushkara Dweepa. Like this, 7 dweepas were formed and 7 oceans were also formed. So the land in which we live is the Jambu Dweepa. And each one of that ocean or dweepa is double the size. That is, the innermost is small. The next is the double the size of it. The next is the 4 times the size of the first one. Like this, so the 7 islands and the 7 oceans were there, and the many of his children, they became Paramahamsas and they became Brahmajnanis. And he gave that is King Priyavrata, he gave the 7 islands to his 7 sons, each island, to rule. And he was fed up with his life at that old age, and he went to meditate on Brahman. Then he returned to the forest because now he is very old and he wanted liberation. So he gave the duty of rulership of these 7 islands to each one of his son, and he went to retire to forest. And his first son was Agnidhara, and he ruled Jambudvipa. And he was also a very pious person, a very good king. He went to meditate on the valley of Mandara mountain. For his aim of meditation was he wanted to get married and have good offspring. So he meditated for a long time, and Lord Brahma, under his instigation, there came an Apsara woman. She was a very beautiful woman. Of course, she was an Apsara. The name of that Apsara woman was Purvachiti. She was a very beautiful woman, and she wandered around that place of that Rishi who was meditating on Brahman to get an offspring, very good offspring. And he was meditating there. She went around that place. So this sound of her anklets, it entered his ears, and he was disturbed from the samadhi by the sound of her anklets. She was walking here and there, plucking flowers and all that. So he opened his eyes, and he saw, when he woke up from the samadhi, the first thing he saw was this beautiful woman. So he asked her, "Who are you?" But she did not tell. She just kept on plucking flowers and playing here and there. So many times he asked her, what is the purpose you come here? I am in deep meditation. I am in samadhi. Why did you come here? All that he asked, but she didn't answer anything. Then he thought, it must be the work of Brahma Deva, because I was meditating on him to get a good offspring. So I have to accept her. Maybe he has sent her. So I have to accept her, marry her. Like this, he thought, and he asked her, "Why will you marry me?" And she also agreed to it, and they both married. And they had 9 sons. And this Apsara woman and Agnidhara, the son of the eldest son of Priyavrata, they both got married, and they lived happily many years, and they had 9 sons in their family life. And one day, when was many years passed on like that, and one day the Apsara woman, she wanted to go back to heaven. So she left her husband and 9 children, and she went back to the Apsara world. And even though Agnidhara lived so long with her, he was so much in love with her that he always constantly thought of her, always in her thought. So he thought that he gave that he was ruling Jambudvipa, isn't it? He divided that kingdom and gave that to his 9 sons, and he also followed her to the Apsara world. Now, the eldest son of Agnidhara and Purvachiti was King Nabhi. He ruled one portion of the Jambudvipa. Now, all the sons of Purvachiti and Agnidhara, they married the daughters of Meru mountain. That is, they were Meru Devis because they were around that Meru mountain, isn't it? Only around that Meru mountain is the Jambudvipa. They all married the daughters of Meru mountain, that is the Meru Devis. They married them. 9 of them married each one of them. And the eldest son is Nabi, King Nabi. He ruled over the one portion of Jambudvipa, and King Nabhi, along with his wife Meru Devi, they again meditated on Bhagavan Sri Hari to get a very good offspring exactly equal to him. So, in that time, it was a practice that they just worship Bhagavan to get married, and to have children, they worship Bhagavan. Only then they had the belief that the children will be worthy to live in this world. So that was the strict practice then. So according to that practice, King Nabhi as well as Meru Devi worshipped Bhagavan Sri Hari with many rituals. These rituals were performed by the royal priests. They worshipped Bhagavan Sri Hari to get an offspring equal to him in all aspects. And pleased by the worship of the king as well as the priest, Bhagavan Sri Hari or Bhagavan Vishnu appeared before them in his Shuddha Sattva Rupa with his 4 hands, and in each hand holding the Shanga Chakra Gada Padma, yellow color robe held tightly on his waist by a golden girdle studded with all the precious gems, and a beautiful diadem on his head, that Maharakuntala, very beautiful face, pleasing face, and all that auspicious marks on his chest. He was wearing a Padma Mala, Tulasi Mala, and the Srivatsa mark on his chest, and the Sri Devi residing there. He appeared before them on his Garuda Vahana. They all were so happy to see Bhagavan Vishnu, and the priests who were performing the rituals, they said that Bhagavan, many rishis just do tapas to see your vision, like this, to see your Shuddha Sattva Rupa. But having got your vision, what they all ask is they want liberation. But we are not qualified like them. We have not yet crossed over Maya. We are all arrested by Maya, isn't it? So this king wants an offspring just like you. If we were great rishis, then we would have asked you for liberation. So please pardon us for asking this small thing, inviting you. If we ask for liberation, then it is okay. But we are asking for a worldly matter, so which is involved in Maya. So please pardon us for that. And please grant us a king and offspring equal to you in all respects. And Bhagavan Sri Vishnu said, it is not possible to have an offspring equal to me because there is no one equal to me. And Bhagavan said, Tada Agni Triye Amshakalaya Avatarishyami Atmatulya Manuphalabhaman. So it is not possible to have an offspring equal to me, but I will incarnate as an Amsha, as the son of King Nabi. My Amshakala, that is my partial incarnation, will be born as the son of King Nabi. Like this, Bhagavan Vishnu gave word to the priest and King Nabi. He said that I was so pleased with the worship of King Nabi as well as you. You were doing all these rituals perfectly. So I am pleased by all this. Amshakalaya avadarishyami. I will manifest myself. That is the part of my manifestation will be born as the son of King Nabi. Like this he said, and he disappeared from the vision of the priest and King Nabi. Barhishi tasminneva Vishnudatta Bhagavan Paramarshibhi prasadido nabhe priya chikirshaya tadavarodhayate meru devyam dharman darshayidhu kamaho vadarashananam shramananam ऋषीणाम् ऊर्ध्वमन्दिनाम् शुक्लयादनुभावततार एवं तस्मिन् बर्हिषिः. In this, that is by this yajna, Paramarshibhi prasadito Bhagavan. When he was invoked by the rishis as well as the worship of Nabhi, Nabe Priya Chikirshaya, and also to please Nabi, Bhagavan was born to them in his Suddha Sattva Rupa. So there must be some object of his incarnation, isn't it? He will not be born to King Nabi just like that. There must be an purpose of that incarnation. Rishinam Dharma Darshayidu Kaman. The purpose of his incarnation is to show to the holy men and holy women the path of the householder, the noble householder, and to teach them how to live as a brahmachari as well as the Dikambara. So, all these were his main intention for taking this Amsha avatara and it to be born as the son of King Nabhi. So, Bhagavan was born as the son of King Nabhi, and the birth of his son and how he grew up, what was his name, everything we will say in my next upload. Om Shri Narayana Kila Guru Bhagavan Namaste. Om Shri Krishna Arpanamastu.